Mike Maggs here at the golf club at Terra-Lago in beautiful Palm Springs. Today I'm going to talk about chipping. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see my video on pitching, which is going to be up in the air, landing soft, not a lot of roll. Chip shot's going to be low, getting on the ground and running like a putt as quickly as possible. This is a shot we use when we're closer to the green and want to get up and down and really just roll this thing like a putt. So the technique, we'll show you from right here, is essentially just a putt. So we get ourselves set up. We see we stand very close to it, get this shaft very vertical. Really want it to get a little bit up on the toe of the club, not get the heel a little bit off the ground. That's going to keep the heel from catching in the grass. And essentially all we're going to do is take our putting grip and rock our shoulders just like a putt, so we can practice like this. Okay, the only difference than a putt is that we're going to get our whole front side to droop down. Shoulder's going to be drooping. Whole left side here for right-handed golfer is going to droop. Knee's going to droop. Feel like my ear is being pulled down, so everything's tilted this way. So now when we go to putt, you can see it's like we're putting into the ground. This is how we're going to hit the ball with the club face first before we brush the grass. So we get set up. This is how even you can set up like this, where you practice a few strokes like you're putting, and then you really droop down. And you see how the club's going to come up really fast. We're going to come up and drop right down into the ball. Ball first every time. We're going to get it to roll out. Now you can see that was the technique, but let's look at a way we can practice this. You can see I have a stick right here on the ground, a yellow stick. We're going to try to hit right over that stick and see where it reacts. Now again, I have pitching wedge, 9-iron, 7-iron. So we'll start with the pitching wedge and we'll see what happens when we hit it just past that line. So again, we get set up really close, get the shaft up. You can even do a couple practice. Just like a putt, we're just rocking the shoulders, not really any wrist hinge. And then we're going to droop the whole front side. It's almost like we're on a little hill, and we're putting down the hill. So just putt right into the ground. And we can see the ball ended up a good 15-20 feet short with the pitching wedge. I struck it well, it hit the spot I was going for, but it came up short. So let's try the 9-iron. See how it interacts. This way we can decide which club we need and we can get a feel for how far these go. Okay, so again, set up like a putt. Okay, now droop the whole front side. Now we're putting into the ground. Just go right over that stick. Okay, that went another 10 feet farther, still just a little bit short. So if we have this planned out right, this 7-iron should be just about right. Putt and stroke, get set, ball's right in the middle, we're just drooping down and we're putting right into the ground. There we go, a little left, but it ended up being right about pin high. So you can see we can get a feel for how far these go by hitting to the exact same spot. So when you get to the course, and you start playing, once you get used to this, you can go and say, okay, where's the first flat spot I can chip to? I'm going to just aim for a hula hoop sized target, try to chip to that, and then I know, based on my practice, how far each of these different clubs rolls out. Now I just grabbed 3 random clubs and had to space them out a little bit, but you can use pretty much all your wedges, probably not your lob wedge. Doesn't have enough oomph behind it to really, in the face is so upright, it might be a little more difficult. But basically anything, sand wedge, pitching wedge, all the way down to a 5 or 6-iron, you can do this technique. As with any kind of short game shot, we want to make sure that if we can putt, we putt. If we can't putt, can we chip? Try to keep the ball low to the ground. That's easier than a pitch. If we can't chip, we got to pitch. That's going to be higher. Still better than a lob shot, which is really high. So we always try to do the easiest thing first and lead to a lot of success. So let me know if you have any questions on this. Again, we're just putting into the ground. We want to hit that ball first, not the grass. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you want me to cover any other topics on the short game or any other part of the game, just let me know and I'll do my best to accommodate. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.